I want to highlight some very good news about an unprecedented collaboration, an unprecedented partnership between the NYPD and the federal ATF. This is crucial. Everyone agrees it means we're going to have ATF agents directly embedded in the NYPD working together to find guns and quickly act on the information that they find to stop the flow of guns.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio facing backlash for calling in the feds to battle the city's soaring violent crime. He has also said it was triggered by cops getting sick and dying from COVID instead of his own cuts that took 1,800 officers off the force. Rank-and-file officers say the plan to embed ATF agents in the NYPD is nothing more than smoke and mirrors, because the police force has already been partnering with federal agencies. And they say the mayor has got to stop blaming the virus for why crime is so big in the Big Apple and out of control. Jason Rantz, radio talk show host, is with me now. First, I want to get your initial reaction to this new layer of what?
I know Democrats like to redefine words, but are we redefining unprecedented? Because this is, as you just said, they've done this before. This is nothing new. While at the same time, the optics of saying we're calling in the feds for help, but we're not going to acknowledge that the thing that we did last year that just so happened to coincide with all of the violence, defunding the police, had nothing at all to do with it. Really, I mean, again, I get that there's going to be spin. Politicians on both sides of the aisle will spin. But this seems like a little bit too much, and I can't imagine there are many people who are going to fall for this.
But it isn't just the politics of it, Jason. It is the reality of how many people are dying. I mean, violent crime can end in death. 10-year-old little Justin Wallace. And they did pick up his suspected killer, or he turned himself in. It took days. But I mean, this is not just they took 1,800 cops away and now they're folding in people to look for guns. The violence continues.
Yeah, it's not just about defunding. It's also about putting in place these policies that go easy on criminals. I mean, when you go in and you look at the backgrounds of so many of these criminals, they're repeat offenders. And not just one or two times have they committed crimes, but they sometimes have dozens and dozens of background issues where they've committed similar cases, or they're always escalating. They have installed policies that release criminals, don't punish, don't offer bail, and they refuse to acknowledge that that is a huge part of the problem. And until that is addressed, along with doubling down on investing in the police, none of this is going to change.
None of this is going to change, right. I think my team popped up, and forgive me if they did. We can put it back on the screen real quickly. So the shooting incidents and shooting victims have spiked by 68% in this year alone. Yeah. It's only June compared to the same period last year. These are stats for New York City. This is what the citizens here are living through. I want to get to this now. Jason, in your hometown of Seattle, city leaders are defending an all-staff email calling police officers white supremacists. Under the heading Black Lives Matter, the email sent by Seattle's finance department says, quote, "When the arbiters of justice serve the false gods of white supremacy, they are not worthy of the power they wield. If police protection and restraint extend only to white people, they are no longer guardians. They are mercenaries and zealots paid in the wages of white privilege," end quote. Some officers are hitting back. One cop called the language bigoted and inappropriate. Another said this is a prime example of why officers are leaving the force in droves. Speaking of which, some 275 officers have left the Seattle police force since nationwide anti-police protests began in May of last year. That's a huge, huge number. Jason.
This email reads like an unhinged manifesto from a guy whose woke ambitions got so out of control that he's become the monster. It's not the cops. There is little difference at this point between the woke progressives like this and the actual white supremacists that they're attacking. It's the same intolerance, it's the same ignorance, it's the same hate. It's just different targets. But frankly, it's the progressives who right now have the influence over policy. The city defends this in a way that stupid people speak while trying to sound introspective and deep. They say this is meant to make us feel uncomfortable because, frankly, being comfortable has led to the murders of black individuals by cops. I'm not uncomfortable by the email. I'm angry by the email because it's vile, it's hateful trash that motivates Antifa lunatics and other radicals to try to murder cops. That's why I'm mad. Chief
Best was considered a superstar. African-American woman. Wasn't she your police chief that basically got defunded out? They were going to take like 40% of her salary. She left.
Yeah, they rushed her out because when we say Black Lives Matter in Seattle, we push out the black.
Diversity top down in that department. Now 275 people are gone. Okay, I know you have a lot of thoughts because I read your op-ed just on how to fix it all. I want to get to this. Bryce Michael Williams, the fourth and final man charged with burning down a Minneapolis police precinct during last summer's violent protesting, has been sentenced to 27 months in prison, ordered to pay $12 million in restitution. The judge was apparently sympathetic, reportedly calling Williams, quote, a good person who made a terrible mistake, despite also noting that he was a leader of unrest. Jason.
Sounds like a great guy. I mean, who among us hasn't tried to burn down a police precinct by mistake? I've done that all the time. Look, one of the underlying causes of the violence, as we've said, is not just the policies. And it's a storyline that doesn't get all that much attention. It's the judges and the prosecutors who share an ideology with the folks who are out there protesting and rioting. And so they have a tendency to go easy on some of these criminals. And I think that this is an example of that. We had a case out here in Seattle where a 20-year-old tried to set fire to a police precinct while Antifa thugs were using quick-dry cement to seal shut the building. He only got 20 months.
Okay, your op-ed is on foxnews.com. I encourage everybody to go and read it. Some of what he was just talking about to fix the problem and where the problem lies is all in that. Jason, thank you. Thank you for watching Faulkner Focus. Outnumbered next.